Hi guys, this is Noshina and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video on my channel, but hey, I am back and hopefully this is gonna be like a good continuation. I'm gonna get like back to the groove of things. So this video is kind of like very personal to me. Honestly, some of the footage that I'm showing to you is very personal and deep to me. Obviously, you're gonna see throughout the whole video I'm gonna be dropping a lot of footage of 2022 and how my skin was doing. So before we get into all that, please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Welcome, and yeah, let's just get straight into it. So 2022 was a very tough year for me. Like, it was very unexpected. So I'm just gonna start like giving you background about my skin. I was one of the lucky ones, like ever since a young age all the way up to my 30s. I have never had to deal with like any sort of like acne issues. I've just always had good skin, thank you to my mom and God. Like, it's just been blessed with like good genetics. I've never had to deal with acne for all the while. I escaped through all that. So roll over all the way to 2022 February, that's when the issue started. So I just started getting a little bit of acne. I think it was like 3 spots on my forehead, like 1, 2, 3 or something. I was like, okay, that's strange, that's weird. But then again, it's not like I've never had a pimple or spot. I have, especially during the time of the month. It's probably like 1 spot here, 1 spot there, but then it goes away after I'm done with that time of the month. So, but these 3 were kind of like different. They just felt different. So I was like, okay, I need to work on this. I need to do something about this. I don't know what's going on. And honestly, in February last year, 2022, I had started like a new role in my work. It was completely different from what I'm used to. It was very stressful, and the role was just only for 4 months, but like those 4 months were extremely stressful. So I think this is what triggered the acne. I was super stressed at work and just working crazy hours, just trying to get through those 4 months. Yeah, so I got the little dots on my face, but then I thought maybe they'll go away just like the others usually do. And next thing you know, it's like more keep popping up, and next thing you know, like almost half of my forehead is filled with acne. I don't know what's going on. I've never had to deal with this. So my first thing, I'm always the girl of like home remedies. I'm like, let me do some home remedies, let me try this out. So I started trying, I think it was ginger lemon lime turmeric face mask, and I was like, let me try this for 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the footage of how that went. Good afternoon, guys. Happy Sunday. So it's time for me to try some natural remedies to how to get rid of the dark spots on my face, because my face has been breaking up. Finally, I feel like the breakout is under control. There's no more new bumps, but the ones that came left some dark marks. I'm not too worried about the dark marks, to be honest, because I usually get like a pimple here, a pimple there when I'm on my days, and then when they leave a dark mark, and then after a while the dark mark just goes away. So I know my skin can heal from the dark mark, but this is just too many of them around this same area, and it's just making me uncomfortable at this time. So I'm gonna try and get rid of it using like a natural remedy. I'm gonna try this over the period of maybe 2 weeks and see if it helps. So I used lime, and then I added some honey and then some turmeric, and I'm just gonna apply that on my face like a face mask for the next coming 2 weeks, and then I guess I'll give you a result. So this is the situation right now. All these dark marks over here. I don't know why the breakup only happened on this side of my face. I'm just gonna start brushing it onto my face. Okay, I had already cleansed my face prior, so I'm just applying it on a blank canvas. Let's do that. It's about 2 hours later. I worked for a little bit, taking a work break. I'm about to go grab some lunch. I'm gonna take it off, and I guess I just figured I should just give you like a first application review. I figured like just to see what just the first application could do. So I'm just gonna wash this off my face and then show you what my face looks like. So I don't expect anything extravagant or anything different changes, but you never know. So let's take it out. Okay, so this is how I'm looking like after the first application. I don't notice any major changes. I do notice my face has like a it's been tinted like yellow. I try to scrub it as much of it off as I can, but my face has like a yellow tint to it. I'm gonna try later on when I do my skincare routine at night, like try and wash it all off completely. But yeah, that's what we're looking like so far. Yeah, not much of a difference. Hi guys, happy Monday. I'm just here to, you know, do the do's. Apply this face mask. This is day 2. It's been an hour. I think 1 hour should be good enough, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wash it off. Okay, so it's all washed off. Again, I got that tinge of yellow. I don't know how these marks are looking. I don't know, I can tell a difference, but my face feels smooth. I guess that's just because I just washed it really nicely. Again, I want to do sunscreen and then get on with my day. Let me know if you see any progress. I don't know, bumping here, here, and here, but yeah, I don't know. Today I woke up to more breakouts. 1, 2. This is an 01. So I'm like, at this point I don't even know what's going on with my skin. So as of today, I think I've decided I'm just gonna stop doing I'm gonna stop using all of my products, and this is the only thing I'm gonna be doing to my skin. I'm gonna keep doing the turmeric, honey, and lemon mask every morning, and then I'm just gonna apply a very simple moisturizer on my face, and that's it. Today I woke up to 2 new pimples. I'm just like, came in yesterday. The scarring from the past ones have definitely gone a little lighter, I feel like, but as you can see, I have a new one incoming here and a new incoming here. I don't know, girl, I don't know. I feel like every time it's like I'm almost there, and then it's like, no, you're not there, not there yet. But you know what, I'm not gonna give up. All throughout, I think February and March, I was using the turmeric mask, and it was just not working. Honestly, it was just not doing anything. The pimples were just kept coming, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. I was getting stressed, and the more I'm stressing about it, I feel like at that point the more the pimples keep coming. So I was like, okay, what do I do next? So I remember last year in April, around sometime in April, I had a trip to Tanzania, and I was like, oh my god, why is this pimple still on my face? I'm gonna have to go back home, and I'm gonna have to meet family, friends, and obviously they're gonna be looking at me like, what the hell happened? Because they've never seen me like that before. And I was like, that was just stressing me out. I remember being on the flight. I think I have some footage of me in the flight. So I remember being on the flight and just looking at my face and just feeling like super depressed, and like, why is this happening to me? Why is my face doing this to me? I was just like stressed. So I went back home. Obviously you meet family and friends, and everyone's like, oh my god, Aline, what's going on with your face? And I was like, oh my god, I don't want to deal with this. And like at this point, I don't even want anyone to like ask me about it, because it's just stressing me out, because I don't even know what's going on with myself. It is what it is. I just powered through. I remember I just had a great time regardless, but like this was something that was just stressing me out all the way throughout that trip. I remember I was just not happy about how my skin was looking, and not just looking, feeling. My skin was just painful. It was just like, especially my forehead was just like painful, like from underneath. There was like almost like a burning like sensation underneath. I do not know what was going on with my skin at that point. So I remember right up on the way, when I was about to come back, I was like, the moment I land back in Tampa, I'm definitely finding a dermatologist. I'm just over this. I'm just tired. And I looked for a dermatologist. I found a great black dermatologist, because it was important to me that my dermatologist is black, same skin like me, so that maybe we can have the same, I don't know, something to relate. Like I didn't want to go to someone whose skin is not like mine. I mean, it just made sense to me that I find a black dermatologist. It's kind of hard and kind of rare in Tampa, but I found one, and she was great. I think her name was Dr. Chauncey Babalesque. Yeah, Chauncey Babalesque, that was her name. She was great, amazing. She prescribed to me some antibiotics. I don't know, yeah, just some antibiotics, and I had to take those like every day. And I took those antibiotics for, I think, I don't remember how long it is, like a month, 2 months, and then within a month I started seeing improvement. I was like, oh, thank God, why didn't I do this early? Why did I have to go through all this stress? Girl, what? So my skin started clearing, and then the only thing that was left is like dark marks here and there, but it wasn't so bad for me. My worry was more like, I don't want new spots. The dark marks, they'll fade away eventually, but the new spots, if they keep coming, I'm never gonna get over it. So, and I remember in May I went out with my friend Selma. We went to Ulele or Ulele, that restaurant. We went to Ulele and then went to Jinjoin after. I remember I have a vlog up on that. And that day, I remember that's the first time in a while, I think it was around May, that I felt good about my skin. I didn't even have any makeup on. I just put like blush and mascara, and that's it. I called it a day, and I felt great. My skin was glowing. I had like some sort of dark spots here and there, but like my skin was looking great. I was like, thank God I'm over that. Little did I know that was just the beginning, honey, just the beginning. So after I think at the end of May or something, I was like, okay, my skin is doing better, let me start looking into, like, at the same time I looked for a dermatologist, the same time I looked for an esthetician, and I found a great one. I'm gonna put her details like right here. She was really great. So I was like, okay, I need both of these to work hand in hand. So dermatology gave me medicine that is going to work on me inside, and then esthetician is going to help me work on the dark marks, and she was great. So I think since my skin was already looking kind of like good, nothing going on, so we started on, I forgot what the procedure is called, hypodermabrasion. I think that's what we did. This was my first facial ever, so we did the hypodermabrasion. So it's like she takes this machine and she like sucks all the dead skin cells out of your, like from the top layer of your skin, and then you get all this moisture and all that. Like she does her thing. Like it was great, amazing. That was the first time I ever did that, and when I got out of there, I felt great. Skin was glowing. I was like, oh my God, I'm on the up and up. I'm over this hump at this point. I'm over it. When I left the esthetician, I remember the first time she gave me these products to use. I'm gonna pop them right here. They're like really good, great product, but the one that stood out to me the most was the face wash and the vitamin C serum. Those ones were the ones that I used religiously, and my skin was just looking great. Honestly, it was just looking great every day, better and better. So esthetician told me that I'm gonna have to keep going back to her every after 6 months. So I think the second time around I went again, she did the same procedure and we were good. Now I remember the day when I felt like something is wrong. I think it was around August at this point. So at this point I've kind of like even forgotten about the whole stress that I was going through. So around August 2022, I remember I was going to a wedding in Jacksonville area, and boy, my skin, when you look at it, was looking amazing, but from underneath I could feel that feeling again coming, and I was like, what is going on? Why is when I look at my face, it's great, nothing's like great. If you look at the pictures from that wedding, by the way, skin is glowing, I'm living my best life, okay? Like you would never know, like my skin doesn't feel right from underneath. So that kind of got me worried, but I was like, hey, no way this thing is gonna come back. Like maybe it's, I don't know, maybe I ate something, maybe it's an allergic reaction, whatever, it's gonna go over. But I remember on the way back from the wedding, like I just felt my skin started getting some sort of texture on top of my forehead, and I was like, oh my God, not again, please God, not again, don't do this. And then it just kept coming and coming and coming, and at this point I was like, okay, going to the dermatologist again. So she gave me more antibiotics, but this time the antibiotics did not work. All right guys, so finally I came from the dermatologist to address the issue on my skin. Right now I'm just gonna show you a close-up of what my skin looks like, and then like I said, the doctor prescribed me 2 creams to apply, which is hydrocortisone. I mixed that with ketoconazole 2%. So basically she said for me to apply these mixed on a 1-to-1 ratio, just a little bit of each, cleanse my skin, apply these 2 creams 1-to-1 each, and then moisturize. That's it for the next 2 weeks to see the progress. So of course I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm basically gonna be doing this same routine morning and night for the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I'll see any changes like immediately or tomorrow or whatever. So this is what my skin looks like. Very bumpy. Actually this lighting in the bathroom kind of like does not do it justice. Like I feel like it makes it look better than it actually is in real life. So I've just like lathered my face, and I'll have the what's it called, I have the face wash lathering up, and I'm just gonna do this for the next 1 minute so that like it's super clean. Okay, so I just finished washing my face. It's still damp, so I'm gonna completely dry it off with a paper towel. I've come into a habit of like drying my face with paper towel because you don't want to use a towel because you know you probably use it more than once and it's like not like clean, especially if you have acne issues. You just want to make sure you're using a clean towel every time, or just like use a paper towel. That way you know you're using something clean all the time. So I'm just gonna wipe that down, and then it's time for the magic. Oh my god, that's how we're looking. Hopefully this works because the skin has been stressing me out. 2022 has just not been a good year for me. Hell. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna start with the ketoconazole 2% cream, and I'm just gonna do like a little bit amount. Don't wanna do too much. So this is the ketoconazole. Girl, if I'm saying it wrong, forgive me. And then now I'm taking a little bit of the hydrocortisone, and so this is total of ketoconazole and hydrocortisone. Girl, I'm just gonna mix that up because she said to mix it up. So only to apply it on my forehead because that's the affected area. So here we go, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit here, and later on I'm just gonna apply moisturizer on the top part of my forehead, and then that's pretty much it. That's gonna be my routine. So I think I was on antibiotics for 2 months and nothing was happening. Like my skin was just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I remember there was a day it was so bad. I was like, okay, let me try something else. Let me try go to this other skin place that I saw around my area, and like they said they had like detox facial, and that sounded like something great. I read about it. It's like basically they're gonna extract all this gunk from under my skin and then just like treat it and blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. I remember I got there, my skin was looking horrible. I think at this point my skin was the worst, like the peak of bad. I think this was in October or something. October, I don't remember, but like around that time, like at the end of the year. And I went there and they started extracting that thing. It was so painful. I feel like she was using so much force. It was so painful, but she was extracting the stuff was coming out. I remember leaving the place, my face was so swollen. Like I know the pictures that I'm showing right now, I look crazy. Sometimes when I look at them, I can't believe I put myself through that, and I can't believe I went through that, like just like living life like that. Like I just kept, thank God for working from home, by the way, thank God, because I don't even know if I had to go in the office how I would have coped with this whole situation. Let's just be real. That's just the real on real. But anyways, so she was extracting everything. It was painful. I remember I was screaming in there. I was like, oh God, I didn't want to scream, but that shit was painful. Like she was just like going in and just like extracting every little thing in there, scraping. Like it was crazy. But in my head, I'm like, this is what I need all the gunk to get out so that we can like have a fresh canvas. But I remember thinking this is a bit much force. Yeah, it's a bit much force. And then next thing you know, I came back home, okay, and then like 2 days later, I feel like all that gunk is coming back. Nothing has changed. Like it's coming back. And on top of that, like 2 or 3 weeks down the line, all that force that she was using, I could see the dark marks because it was too much pressure on the skin. It's like almost like if you pop a pimple, you're not supposed to be popping a pimple, but if you pop a pimple, how it leaves a dark mark. Imagine that all over my face. Like I had dark marks all over my forehead, all over my cheeks. So now it was like I have a bunch of dark marks and a bunch of pimples on my face. It was bad. It was just bad. Like I was feeling super low. So it's been a week since I came to see the derm. I'm back again. I don't know if there's any improvements. I feel like, I don't know, honestly I don't know. I feel like it's a little better than last time. At least it's not inflamed. I still got tiny bumps, so I'm going in for my checkup appointment and see if she's gonna alter anything. This type of videos I really like don't feel like making right now or recording myself at this point, because obviously I just don't like the way I look right now, but we're keeping it pushing It's part of the journey. Stay strong for yourself. You got this. You know who you are. We're gonna get over this. I bet I'm gonna be laughing about, not laughing, but I'm gonna be like over this in a few months, and I'm gonna look back at this and I'm gonna like be like, girl, you are too worried. Relax and just let your skin be, and all will be well. So that's what I keep telling myself. So this is the close-up. Oh, I need to start getting into the habit of saying the dates. So today is the 25th October 2022, so that I keep track of the dates, because I keep like forgetting what date it is, and it's just like, yeah. So 25th of October today. Skin checkup. This is where we at. A lot of hyperpigmentation. Just a lot. It's a lot, man. Let's go see the derm. I don't even know. I didn't even want to go out and see people. I didn't want to go out unless it's like super extremely necessary. The only time I went out is like to work out, because in my head I'm like, if I can't, at least working out is something that I feel like I have control over. Like it's something I feel like I have control over, because I felt like I didn't have any control over my skin, but let me just at least have control over my body. So I just, the only time I worked at home, went out to work out and came back home, and that was for the most part. I mean, I did go out here and there, but it was just like, it was not enjoyable for me. I didn't feel great getting ready, looking at the mirror. I didn't feel great. And I know most people are just like, oh my god, girl, I don't know why you're putting so much stress, it's just skin, it's just skin. But to me, it was just bad. Like, I felt like every time I was talking to someone, they're just looking at my face rather than my eyes. It was just a tough time in my life. And then eventually I was like, you know what, I've been researching, looking on YouTube. I see all these girls on Accutane, and I've been trying to avoid Accutane, because in my head I'm like, it seems like a very serious, strong drug, and do I want to go through it? But eventually I was like, yeah, I think it's time. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't keep dilly-dallying with this. Accutane seems like it's almost like a sure thing. It's gonna cure you and you're gonna be good, you're gonna be straight. So I remember calling up the dermatologist and like, girl, can you put me on Accutane? She's like, honestly, the next time you're gonna walk into my office, I was gonna suggest, do you want to go on Accutane? So this is where my Accutane journey began. I'm not a professional, I'm not a dermatologist, by the way. I feel like everyone should do their own research, but my Accutane journey is very personal to me, and I know I watched a bunch of people's Accutane journey, and I promised myself to record mine to just to, like, you know, give back, because those videos really actually helped me. Like, gave me hope. Like, I was seeing people with like very bad skin, worse than mine, and now they have the most beautiful skin, like just out of Accutane. So I was like, okay, this is something that I need to get on. So I made the decision. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it with a positive mind, and the dermatologist put me on Accutane. My first month on Accutane, I was put on 40 milligrams just for my body to like get used to it, and then from then on the next 4 months I was on 80 milligrams per day, and then the last month I dropped down to 60 because I was over it at that point. Yeah, so this is just gonna be the end of my first skin journey. I feel like the Accutane series, I'm just gonna upload each video as it comes. That's gonna be a whole separate video, but that Accutane actually is what cured me from my acne, adult acne. And honestly, if I was ever to do it again, I will, because right now, if you look at me, I am not wearing a stitch of makeup. Like, the only thing I have on my face is some sunscreen and some lip gloss. That's it. And if I show you this, like, you've seen the pictures how I looked before, and this is where I'm back at. This is where the skin that I'm used to. I still have like a bunch of discoloration, but you will see this is one of the effects of Accutane. And right now I'm 1 month post Accutane. Yeah, 1 month since I took my last pill of Accutane. So my skin is still I feel like the Accutane is still kind of wearing off my body, and so one of the side effects is like it makes your face, at least us colored girls, for most of us, it makes our face dark because we become very very photosensitive, like very very sensitive to the sun. You'll see the videos, like that. It's gonna be like an Accutane series coming up basically, and you'll see how my skin was just like changing color and just becoming darker and darker and darker. And right now I'm still like, if you see my what's it called, my neck up is darker than the rest of my body, but like it's better than what it was before, and it's gonna keep getting better because the Accutane is just slowly getting out of my system. But yeah, I have no makeup on because I hated watching video of people talking about their skin journey with makeup on, because like, I want to see your skin, I want to see your, you know, how you look like. So I promised myself when I come do this video, I'm gonna be completely makeup free, and this is me completely makeup free. That's pretty much it for my skin journey. So the next video I'm gonna upload is gonna be me on month 1 of Accutane. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next one. So peace.